Yo, this is Chris Blair, and I'm sitting in this coffee shop, just taking a break, relaxing. I like to have a coffee in the morning for like 30 minutes, or just relax, and I just clear my thoughts and just start thinking about the day and what I'm going to achieve. And you notice I do a lot of these videos at this time, and just because I'm feeling relaxed. Anyway, so I have my products blatantly ripped off. It's not the first time that this has happened. It's happened several times in the past, and honestly, I feel that my approach to this is, I'm going to brag a little bit. I think it's better than most people's approaches. I've gotten out of these situations every single time with very little emotional energy spent on my side, very little distraction on my side as well, because the thing is, guys, the knee-jerk reaction of saying, oh, fuck them, I'm pissed off, I'm gonna sue them, I'm gonna go for damages, and all those other things that you feel, right, when one of your best-selling designs or products is blatantly ripped off, doesn't actually serve you. Let me repeat that. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve me, okay? Why doesn't it serve me? Well, because number one, it's emotionally draining, okay? It becomes a mental distraction to think about that all the time, and it becomes self-consuming, because, guys, just think about this. It's like, a guy, when I was a kid, I'm going to tell a kind of embarrassing story, but I got dumped by this girl that I was dating for a long time. This is when I was young, in my early 20s. And for about a few months after, I obsessed about trying to get her back, okay? And, and that was like, that was a distraction from moving forward with my life. Well, it's the same kind of thing with this, when you get upset about someone ripping off your design and you try to go for damages and stuff immediately, right? It becomes an obsession, right? It can become an obsession, right? So the first thing you want to do is take a deep breath, okay? That's what I do. First thing I take a deep breath and say, okay, just relax, okay? Let's not go crazy, okay? Then the next step is this, right? I try to remove myself from the situation as much as possible, okay? And I go through a step of process that I go through, right? And I've never actually had to go to the final step, but I have it actually written down on a piece of paper, and I'm going to outline this process to you right now, okay? And the process always starts with what people don't want to do, and that is take the nice guy approach, okay? In many cases, especially in our small e-com business world, a lot of these people are newbies, right? Or they're from other countries, not like the United States or Japan where I live, where copyright is really, or trademark is a very important thing, it's protected, right? The laws are more loose, and so a lot of them don't have the full appreciation of how serious what their infraction is, right? So, and you should, it's sometimes better, there's an expression in the world that says you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So here's my process, okay? Step one, I try to figure out who the supplier is, that is supplying the goods to fulfill on that particular product, right? Whether it's it's some sort of t-shirt manufacturing company, or it's a habit, who that is, right? Because in reality, there's some shared responsibility there, right? They're actually printing that product and creating it, and it's bad for them as well. So what I do is I reach out to them with the link of the rip-off, right? And also my product and proof that I've been selling it before that person, okay? And I ask them to deal with it. So literally, I'm trying to push it onto their side. And this has happened twice now, recently. And the previous case, the person said, no, you should go out and deal with yourself. So I did. Now I'll get to the second step of how to deal with myself, right? But in this particular case, the supplier said, yeah, you're right, this is a blatant infraction, we'll deal with it, and they're on it. So they're going to contact that person, and I'm sure it'll work out that well. If the supplier refuses to take action, or if the person says no to the supplier, I personally, for myself, without some sort of threatening letter, and I did this in the previous case, and it worked, I just sent them a quick message. Hey, this is Chris, I'm the owner of this business, and whether you know it or not, maybe you found it on Google Images or whatever, your product is a blatant ripoff of mine. Here's when I started selling this, here's a post on my fan page, here's a link to it. I would appreciate it if you would take it down. And that, by the way, I did that approach again when I was on Teespring a few years ago as well. I messaged them. And yeah, and both times I had to do that personally without even going to a lawyer. They complied, okay? Now, let's assume that those two nice guys approaches did not work. Then I would go to a lawyer and I would send a cease and desist order. And I want to avoid a fight if I can. And then the final step, of course, if the nice guy approach by the supplier or myself and a cease and desist order did not work, then yeah, we will start to get nasty and we will go for damages. But if I went for damages and I really sued them, here's what I would do. And I've never had to get to this stage because usually the approach I've taken so far has worked. I would do my best to 100% leave it to the lawyer. Try to avoid any personal involvement. The reason being is it's emotionally draining and can distract you from your business and moving forward with your business, okay? So I hope you find this video useful. Just enjoying my coffee. If you're interested in private coaching, message me. I got coaching students getting results, did massive results. My coaching works, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers, I hope that was useful.